Okay, picture this. It is 2 p.m. on a Wednesday. You are not hungry. You just ate, but you are walking past a snack display at a gas station, and something in your brain, some ancient, irrational, deeply human part of your brain, says yes. $4.79 later, you are back in the car holding a bag of chips you will finish before you hit the main road and forget about before you reach the traffic light. That is $5. That is the villain of this video, not you, the $5. Because here's the thing about $5. It is the exact amount of money that your brain has collectively decided does not count. It is below the threshold. It slips through the part of you that normally says, hey, wait, do we actually need this? $5 doesn't trigger that voice. $5 just leaves, quietly, daily, without a single apology. $5 a day is $152 a month. It is $1,825 a year, and it is the amount most people will spend on things they cannot name 3 days later for the entirety of their adult life. But what if you didn't? What if, just hear me out, what if instead of feeding it to the gas station snack display, you pointed it at a total market index fund inside a Roth IRA and left it completely alone for 10 years? The account after 10 years is $31,136. You put in $18,240. The market, unbothered, added $12,896 on top of it while you were doing literally anything else. And that is not even the crazy part. Stick with me, because the crazy part comes later, and I promise it is worth it. First, let's talk about what you're actually doing here. You open a Roth IRA. A retirement account where your money grows completely tax-free, not tax-deferred, tax-free, meaning when it's time to take the money out, the government doesn't get a single dollar of the growth. You already paid tax when the $152 left your paycheck. Everything the market adds from that point is yours, all of it. You set up an automatic transfer of $152 a month into a total market index fund, something that owns a tiny piece of every major company on Earth, with an expense ratio under 0.05%. That fee number matters. A fund charging 1% a year instead of 0.04% costs you over $4,500 across 10 years, just in fees for doing the same thing. Pick the cheap one. Broad market, low cost, automatic. You click confirm, the screen says $152, you screenshot it for some reason, you feel responsible, you deserve that feeling. Then you close the app. Year 1. You contributed $1,824. Balance is $1,910. The market added $86. $86. That is not a typo. $86. You will not be buying a car with that. You will not be telling people about it at dinner. In fact, if you mention it to a friend, they might actually feel bad for you. $86, they'll say, I made that selling stuff I didn't want on Facebook Marketplace. And they're right. $86 is nothing, except $86 is the market saying the machine is on and running. That's all year 1 is, proof of life. The mechanism is functioning exactly as designed, and your only job right now is to not touch it. 0. That is the number of months your life fell apart because $5 a day changed direction. The rent cleared. The groceries happened. All those small things you convinced yourself that $5 was quietly holding together, it wasn't. It was buying chips. It was covering a delivery fee on a $9 order. It was the upsize you said yes to because the question came fast and no required more thought than you had available. None of it was load-bearing. You just thought it was because it felt like a habit, and habits feel essential until you remove them and discovered they were just habits. Year 2. You contributed $3,648. Balance is $4,020. Somewhere in month 14, the market dropped. Not a little, a real drop, down 17% across 9 weeks. Your balance went from about $3,100 to $2,600. You opened the app, looked at the number, made a face, closed the app. The $152 left your account on schedule anyway, because you set it up that way. And honestly, the fact that it was automatic is the only reason you didn't stop it. And here's what that automatic behavior actually did, which nobody explains properly. While the market was down, your $152 was buying more shares than it was when prices were high, more shares per dollar, automatically, without you doing anything clever. This is called dollar cost averaging, and it is the financial world's way of saying the person who keeps buying during the bad months accidentally buys the discount and profits from it later without trying. The market came back. Those shares you bought during the ugly weeks are now worth more than you paid. Your boredom was a strategy. Your indifference was a skill. Year 5. Contributed $9,120. Balance $11,720. Now we're getting somewhere. The market added $2,650 total, and in the last 12 months alone returned $1,177, nearly 8 full months of your own contributions just appearing from the existing balance. Your money is making money. It has a job now. You didn't assign it the job. It just showed up and started working. There's a thing called the rule of 72. You divide 72 by your annual return rate and you get how many years it takes your money to double. At 10%, that's every 7.2 years. So the $11,770 sitting there in year 5 without another dollar from you, it doubles to $23,500 in 7 years. Then doubles again. Then again. The account does not look dramatic at year 5. It looks like a moderately impressive savings account. What it actually is a thing that is quietly preparing to become unrecognizable. Year 8. Contributed $14,592. Balance $22,220. This is the moment. In the past 12 months, the market returned $2,011 on the existing balance. You contributed $1,824 that same year. The market out-earned you. In your own account, the thing you built is now working harder than you are, and it's not even tired. You have officially been outperformed by an account that requires you to do nothing, and that is not an insult. That's the goal. That's the whole point. Year 10. Contributed $18,240. Balance $31,136. Okay, take a breath. Here comes the part I mentioned at the beginning, the part that made me want to make this video. You stop. You contribute nothing else. Not because you're quitting, just for the sake of understanding what happens next. The $31,136 sits in the account. You do not touch it. You do not add to it. You just let it exist. 10 years later, it's $80,760. 20 years later, it's $209,470. 30 years later, it's $543,312. $543,000 from $5 a day for 10 years that you then left alone for 30 more. You put in $18,240 total. The account returned $525,072 on top of it. For every dollar you contributed, compounding gave back almost $29. And because this is a Roth IRA, every single dollar of that $543,000 comes out tax-free at retirement. The government got its cut when the $152 left your paycheck. They do not get another one. The median American retirement savings balance across all age groups is about $65,000. The person who redirected $5 a day for 10 years and then did absolutely nothing finishes with 8 times that. Not because they were exceptional, not because they had a high income or a finance degree or some secret strategy, because they stopped feeding the gas station snack display and pointed the money somewhere with a 30-year attention span. The $5 was always leaving, every single day, on schedule, without asking, without a trace. It was already gone before you noticed it was going. Nothing about that changes unless you change it. Here's what to do right now. Open a Roth IRA. Fidelity, Schwab, and Vanguard all have accounts with no minimums and commission-free index funds. Set your monthly contribution to $152. Select a total market or S&P 500 index fund with an expense ratio under 0.05%. Turn on automatic contributions. Turn on dividend reinvestment. Click confirm. Put the phone down. Check it once a year. That's it. The compounding does not need your help, your opinions, or your anxiety. It needs time and consistency, and the willingness to not make it weird by checking every week. The $5 is going somewhere today. It went somewhere yesterday. It's going somewhere tomorrow. The only question, the only one that actually matters, is whether it goes somewhere that remembers it or somewhere that doesn't. $543,000 is not built from income. It is built from chips you didn't buy. I'm Alice, and I'm out.